Live with a forewarned weather alert. This is News 4 Today.
Good morning. Another winter storm is moving through the mid-state and southern Kentucky, and it's bringing snow along with it.
Yeah, you're going to see snow in Nashville, Murfreesboro, Clarksville. We've got your team coverage. Our folks are out there. They're in the conditions for you today, letting you know what you can prepare for if you're headed out.
Wherever you are. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is a busy morning, a busy weather day. Checking in with both Dan and Daphne in the Fort Warren Weather Center for the latest.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we have snow for most of Middle Tennessee right now, still working into Manchester. And for a couple of towns, it's actually pretty substantial.
That's exactly right. We're seeing widespread snow. So if you're just heading out, we advise you maybe stay inside this morning. Roads are slick. Let's hop out there, show you where the snow is and where it's headed. So this has really been slow to come in, but it's going to be a fast one to move out. We're seeing the snow showers extending from Hopkinsville. You had over about a half of a foot of snow there. Clarksville extending south into Nashville. Murfreesboro. Notice that downtown area, you are seeing the snow showers as we speak. Areas towards the east, Lafayette, Carthage, name a spot, Gainsboro, snow coming down. Notice McMinnville, Spencer, you're actually dodging the snow as we speak this morning, but it's just a matter of time before those snow showers work their way into your area here. Notice we still have those showers pushing off towards the east, areas towards the west. That snow shower activity will continue fueling our snow shower activity within at least the morning hours. After that point, we'll just have snow flurries take over. Dan?
Okay, what we're seeing right now temperature-wise, the snow is the first part of the story. The temperatures and the wind chill, the second part. We've got teens for most of you watching now, in 10 for the air temperature in Clarksville and 10 in Hopkinsville as well. So if you do have to venture out today, make sure you're all bundled up. If the kids want to play in the snow for a time, make sure they're wrapped up as well. Right now, Hopkinsville and Clarksville, the wind chill down around 0. Notice temperatures today holding in the teens. I think late this afternoon we've got 17. Tapering in Nashville to just flurries by midday and winding down in eastern Middle Tennessee by late this afternoon. Melanie?
All right, let's check forewarned traffic as you're heading out the door. We do have several accidents around town, but we also have many areas seeing some very icy, very slick patches on the roadways. This is a live look here on I-24 just east of Haywood Lane. You can see here both back and forth. We are seeing some traffic very slow going out there. Not so much the heavy volume, just people taking it really easy because it's very slick. This is our road conditions compared to where your interstates are. Snow making its way throughout the entire metro area here. We can see all of our interstates very slow going into town. Again, that's not because we have just a ton of cars out there. It's because everyone's traveling under the speed limit. So it's picking up here on our traffic data as stop and go traffic when really it's just people heading in very slow and using caution. So if you do have to be at work today, do allow yourself plenty of extra time. I-24 eastbound got a crash there at Haywood Lane. That's heading out toward Rutherford County. Some stop and go traffic there behind that one. Finally, in the clearing stages here of this crash we've been following all morning on Broadley Parkway, southbound at I-40. That's right near B&A. So if you're heading out toward the airport, do check your flight times there before you go. A lot of cancellations there. I-40 eastbound at 2nd Avenue there along that downtown loop. We have a crash that police are responding to there. If you're going to be out near Vanderbilt, they are still having classes in session today. Hospital, of course, is still open too. So if you do have to be out that way today, be careful. 32nd Avenue at Vanderbilt Place. We are going to see a wreck there. The police are also working. Here off of I-65 in Germantown, very slow going there in the southbound lanes heading out to I-40, but just off of the interstate there at the exit for Rosa Parks Boulevard, a lot of backup getting onto the interstate because we do have a lane there on Rosa Parks blocked for a crash at Garfield Street. So take caution there. Drive times not looking too bad because, again, not a lot of cars out there on the road, a lot of kids out of school and folks taking off work. That is helping ease the traffic flow, but still 30 minutes in from Franklin, about 40 in from Murfreesboro, Dixon on time. Clarksville, you're going to see some areas a little treacherous along I-24. You are seeing the most snow and ice out there right now on the roadways. So I-24 commuters heading in, especially through Jolton, do be careful out there. It's still about 41 minutes, but about 15 minutes added onto that to get you into downtown Nashville. That's what's happening on the roads. Holly, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Melanie, thank you. Here's a look at our snowbird map for you. A lot of blue. In fact, how about this? All blue. All these school systems are now closed. You can find a full list, though, that includes private schools and daycares on our website. Check it out at WSMV.com.
And we've learned that Rutherford County government offices are closed today. We also have some universities to tell you about that are closed today. Austin Peay, Fisk, Cumberland, MTSU, Tennessee State, and Tennessee Tech all closed today. Belmont and Trevecca Nazarene University are on 2-hour delays, and as you see here, Vanderbilt says they are holding normal classes today, but they will make exceptions for people who can't make it into class. Also, we're keeping up to date on a list on our website, WSMV.com, if you need to see some other businesses or private school closures.
So many folks affected.
All right, people waking up in southern Kentucky and Montgomery County are already seeing a huge blanket of heavy snow.
Now, right now, News 4's Alexandria Adams is joining us. She is live in Clarksville for us, where road conditions are pretty tough if you want to head out and about this morning. Good morning to you, Alexandria.
Good morning, Holly and Chris. Yeah, the snow just keeps falling. There's a school bus right over there. If you want to take a look, it's obviously not going anywhere today because the kids are out, and it's all because of all this snow that's on the ground. Just take a look at how deep this is. This is probably at least 2.5 inches or more. It keeps coming down. I don't know when it's expected to stop, but we see some shoveling going on over there outside of the Clarksville Fire Department. And if you want to look at the ground over here, this is actually icing over. So this is the dangerous stuff that we've been talking about, that Melanie's been referring to out here in the Clarksville area, that you're going to want to be on the lookout for, because this can be potentially cause a wreck, be very dangerous if you're driving out on the roadways. Firefighters do advise you, if you don't have to get out, just don't stay at home if you can. Be with your kids if they're out of school today. Maybe play in all this snow. It looks like pretty good packing snow. Maybe make some snow angels. Yeah, so just stay warm. Holly, Chris?
Yeah, if you can. And for those of you that have to be out on the roads, man, just drive carefully, right? That's the word of the day. Alexandria, thank you. Nashville expected to get at least 1 inch of snow this morning. For the latest on what's going on around the metro area, we check in with News 4's Rebecca Cardenas. She's been driving around all morning, checking out the road conditions. Rebecca, what are you seeing out there right now?
Hey, good morning, guys. So we are on the downtown loop now, and you can see that this weather is starting to catch up to what the highway crews have been working on you in the early hours of the morning, working on for you, rather, and it's starting to get a little bit dicey out here. You can see sort of a thin layer of snow starting to develop on the interstate, even though they've attacked it pretty well with salt before the commuters got out here. So still pretty slick out here, and the speed limit has gone down to about 30 miles per hour, I would say, is how slow everyone's taking it, including us here on the interstate as people make their way into work. So this is something to keep in mind if you're still going to leave your house today. If you are deciding to go into work, this is what the downtown area is looking like as far as the commute goes. But again, when we last checked with TDOT, they're saying that they are more worried about the way home from work, because this is just the beginning of what Nashville's going to see today as far as snow goes. They have their salt trucks out. They'll be out for as long as they are necessary, is what we're told, but they're asking drivers to keep it very slow. Be extra careful today, especially when you're on your way home. Chris, Holly, I'll send it back to you.
Everybody, leave some extra time. Gonna need to drive slowly. Thank you, Rebecca. 7:08 is our time right now. We are checking in with News 4's Kim St. Now, she is live in Rutherford County, where what a difference a few hours has made with the look there.
2 hours ago, there was no snow, Kim, and now you're covered.
Good morning.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Good morning. So I'm telling you, it's like a snow globe here in Murfreesboro. Road conditions have gotten a lot worse very fast. If you've been watching News 4 today with us, I'm telling you, if you put a side-by-side picture of what this has looked like, it would be night and day, and obviously quite literally now with the sun up, giving you a better picture of how bad these roads are. Aside from it snowing more, the biggest difference I've seen, too, is the type of snow. Let me show you something. This morning I was describing it like Dippin' Dots. That's the best I could come up with. It was more or less like snow pellets, if you will. Look at it now. It's turning into that heavier snow, more wet snow, and that's what's likely having it stick to the ground now. Listen to that right there. See that black car? A perfect example of why it is so important to go slow. You think it looks fine. TDOT crews have been going through here with the plows trying to keep up with this snow, but you just don't know. You can hit that black ice. You don't see it. Your tires are spinning, just like we saw there about 30 seconds ago. Traffic is moving slow here. Again, TDOT crews are out. They had pre-treated these roads before the snow started here. But like we've been talking about, what a difference. It is getting bad here in Murfreesboro, and you need to take it very slow if this is your neck of the woods. Live in Murfreesboro this morning, Kim St. Ange, News 4 Today.
Yeah, and the Rutherford County Snow Globe. Thank you, Kim. Happening right now here in Nashville, in addition to homeless shelters being open, you see a tweet here from Mayor Megan Barry. She's saying that there's an overflow shelter that is open at the Vaughn building. This is out at the fairgrounds. That's open until 10 o'clock this morning. No reason for anyone to be out in the cold for the homeless and everything else, so you can tell them about that. Transportation to day shelters begins at 8 o'clock. And by the way, pets are accepted at the overflow location as well.
Yeah, remember the animals for sure. Hey, happening now, a number of flights are canceled and delayed this morning out at the Nashville airport. Look at all these delays right there. Right now, arrivals and departures are affected from places all over the country as the snow falls across the mid-state. So if you are heading out today, keep an eye on your flight status. It can change very quickly. We have a link on our website. We've made it easy for you at WSMV.com. But just a little earlier, flights canceled departing Nashville, Vegas, Chicago, Houston, LA, Baltimore, New York. So several listed.
Yeah, you want to check that out for sure. And you can also expect some delays if you're on the road today and you got to get to work. And hopefully your employer is going to be very patient with you because the conditions are slippery. Here's Mel.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. This is a live look here over in the Hermitage area. This is I-40 at Central Pike. You can see here on the interstate, it's very slow going. Not a ton of traffic out there, but we're seeing a lot of brake lights. People kind of keeping it toward the slower lanes here, toward the right side. But a lot of brake lights here, very snowy conditions. You can see a lot of snow building up on the grassy areas. But what we're seeing on the roadways, a little bit of slush and ice out there, so it can make for some very slick conditions. This is a live look over the city of Brentwood, Franklin Road at Murray Lane. Check out the roads here. We are seeing some traffic moving along, but everyone's moving very slow right now. Also seeing patches of ice making it very easy to slide off the road there. So those are the kind of conditions we're seeing all across the mid-state. Even the major interstates and highways, even the back roads too, those are actually the worst right now. We have a new accident on Harding Place at I-24. Very busy intersection there, hopping onto the interstate, causing some slow traffic there. 2 accidents here on Bell Road, both of those accidents down in Antioch. One here on I-40 in Hermitage. This is in the eastbound lanes at Old Hickory Boulevard. That's actually heading away from Nashville, but the slow traffic we're seeing is heading inbound, of course. We're seeing a lot of people still getting into Nashville, but taking it slow out there. I-40 eastbound at 2nd Avenue, got a crash here along that downtown loop, and we're also still following many more on some back roads and areas. So be sure to follow me on Twitter for constant updates there. And also, if you can safely snap a picture of road conditions near you, I'd love to see those and share some of those on air as well. Rutherford County, slow going all across I-24. As I just said, we do have several accidents out there. And Sumner County, getting into Nashville, you're slow going too on I-65 and Vietnam Veterans Parkway. That's what's happening in forewarned traffic. I'm going to send it over to Dan and Daphne, who are covering this forewarned weather alert day.
Hey, Melanie, good morning. We're still seeing lots of snow pushing through the mid-state, widespread snow. So Dan has a look on our forewarned live Doppler radar where the snow is.
I do, but we got some pictures to share first. This Carlin's coming out of Clarksville, and look at that back deck. I mean, what a nice looking place that is. In all the snow, it's light and fluffy snow, so it stacks up quickly. Thank you, Carla, for that. This is Sean's picture up also in Clarksville. And notice if you're going to let your pets out today, make sure they're on a leash. You don't want them to run away. No problems finding this black cat with a nice contrast there on the snow, too. So we check on the radar. Here's forewarned live Doppler radar. Most of us are in the snow now. You can see the movement is toward the east and south, and is a pretty good band of snow. Actually, moderate to heavy snow now from, Jackson County, so Gainesboro, down through Carthage and Smith County, right through Wilson County, back through Rutherford County. So we just saw Kim St. Ange outdoors in the elements, and it looked like it was pretty decent snow, and that extends over towards, say, Marshall County as well. It's all moving from west to east, tapering off now, though, in Hopkinsville and Murray, Kentucky, and there we've gotten a good half foot of snow. So a lot of clouds moving through, the bands of snow that will continue for a time. I think by midday it transitions to flurries in Nashville and then moves out of all of Middle Tennessee as we get into tonight. 16 right now for the air temperature in Lebanon, 22 in Cookeville, mid-teens in Lafayette, but just 10 back and through here. 17 for the air temperature in Murfreesboro, and Nashville feels like 5, feels like 8 in Rutherford County as well. So please bundle up and bundle the kids up if they'll be outdoors playing in the snow today. Daphne?
Hey, Dan, 3 below 0. That is too cold here. We're also seeing a live camera over downtown. You're seeing really just the cloudy skies of snowflakes coming down. That is the trend really within the morning hours, even within the late morning hours. Notice 8 a.m. the snow showers, the heavier bands at least moving east east of I-65 around the Cumberland Plateau, Livingston, Cookeville, McMinnville, that includes you. Then we go forward 9, 10, 11 o'clock. Notice areas towards the west really starting to clear up. Now, I'm not ruling out some snow flurries, but for the most part, you're going to be starting to clear up. Winchester, Franklin County, McMinnville, again, you'll continue to see that. 3, 4 o'clock, most of it out of the mid-state. At this point, it does exit, and then we really start to clear up from west towards the east, things looking better. But temperatures, that's another story today. Very cold. We're not getting out of the teens. This is your actual air temperature by noon, 16 degrees. By 3 o'clock, your afternoon high, 17 degrees, and it's going to feel even cooler. When I go forward with Futurecast, notice our wind chill values were really, for the most part, not getting out of the single digits. It's going to be definitely a day to bundle up and definitely a day to have this handy. WSMV-WX, this is our forewarned weather app. All the alerts you need to know about will pop up right there on your device, wherever you are on the go, and hopefully you'll be inside, not being on the roads. That is our recommendation today. Holly and Chris, back to you for now.
All right, thank you. And a reminder for folks tuning in, Rutherford County offices are closed today. Humphreys County office is closed. Murray County office is also closed today. Stay with News 4 this morning. We will update you with the very latest school and universities closings, as well as business closures across the mid-state as this winter storm moves across the area.
Yeah, you're going to want to keep it here this morning for the only live local radar in all of Middle Tennessee as we take a live look to the wintry conditions. You're watching News 4's extended weather coverage this morning. We're back in just a couple minutes.
You're watching News 4 Today with Holly Thompson and Chris Miller.
Good morning, Middle Tennessee. You are waking up to some snow for sure, and if you don't have it yet, it's coming. It's 7:18. We've got a lot of school closures to show you on our snowbird map right now. That's all the counties highlighted there in blue. That means they're closed. We've got a full list of private schools, daycares, some businesses posted on our website, WSMV.com. People waking up in southern Kentucky and Montgomery County are already seeing heavy amounts of snow.
Yeah, several inches in many places right now. News 4's Alexandria Adams is joining us. She is live in Clarksville, all bundled up, trying to stay warm, where the road conditions are looking pretty tricky this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Holly and Chris. This snow keeps coming down. Not sure when it's going to stop, but it's just still pummeling us. If you want to take a look, the snow can be actually very deceiving. This is actually a sidewalk. If you want to take a look for reference on just how deep and blanketed the snow is, take a look right now at the roadways. You can see car tracks still piling up, though, with the snow. Several cars, looks like, driving. Some of them probably just slowed down just a little bit. They actually went to a scene of an accident a few hours ago where someone ran into a light pole driving too fast, we're told, going about 40 when they should have been going a bit slower because of these icy roadways. If you want to take another look at just how the snow is building up on top of this home here, Clarksville's pretty much just covered in this icy snow this morning. We're going to be out here all morning long, of course, but I'm going to send things back to you in the studio. Holly, Chris?
Yep. Yeah, good morning, Montgomery County, waking up to all of that. All right, thank you, Alexandria, this morning.
All right, we're going to kick it over to Dan and Daphne, who've got double team coverage on this thing today, and some nice pictures coming in from viewers, guys.
Unbelievable pictures. Yeah, look at this thing.
I know it. This is from Dover by Jeff. Tremendous snow. Look at that. Just completely piled over the table, on the ground. Kind of looks beautiful with the glitter.
If you're going to have a picnic lunch outdoors today, it's hot chocolate that you need. So, yeah.
That's good. All right, well, let's get out there and show you what's going on here. We still have widespread snow. This has been kind of slow moving to come in, but really most of the mid-state seeing the snow showers extending from Hopkinsville, where you had about half a foot of snow, south into Clarksville, Nashville, Murfreesboro coming down, McMinnville. Areas towards the south and the east still in the clear. Franklin County, that includes you. Here's where the heavier bands are from Gainsboro, extending south and west just south of Carthage, right along I-40. It's coming down there. Murfreesboro, where we just had a live view with Kim St. that's where she is, and that's where we're seeing some of those heavier snow showers push through as we speak. We're not in the clear just yet. Notice as we zoom out here, we still have more snow showers working its way into the south and the east. I do expect this to be the main trend this morning. Once we get into the afternoon, I think we'll start to clear up from west towards the east, but this is what we're dealing dealing with so far this morning, and this is why we recommend that you stay home if you can. Stay off of the roads. Snowflakes still coming down in downtown Nashville. Now, temperatures very cold. We are feeling like 0 in Clarksville. You were just 3 below 0. Nashville, wind chill of 5. Lewisburg, 9, and feeling like 25 in Tullahoma. Compared to temperatures, we are in the teens to lower 20s. Nashville, 17 degrees. Hopkinsville, 10 degrees. Parsons, 14, and Savannah checking in at 18. I'm going to let Dan walk you through the rest of the day and what you can expect with the snow.
Okay, Daphne, thank you. 8 o'clock in the morning, so 40 minutes from now, we still have snow falling in Nashville, but it's lighter. In fact, outdoors right now, it's pretty light in our parking lot. We've gotten about 3/4 of an inch so far. Just some snow showers back in through here, but done in Hopkinsville, done in Paris at 8 o'clock, done in Murray, Kentucky. The heaviest snow in eastern Middle Tennessee moving on. Not much change by 9. I think it's just flurries and snow showers in Nashville by midday, and then tapering off over our eastern counties by late this afternoon. So midday about 16, tapering to snow flurries. Northwest wind continuing 5 to 15 miles an hour. Here are your 3 o'clock temperatures this afternoon. We've got mid-teens north and high teens and lower 20s south, but feeling much colder with the wind. And when it's all said and done, we'll get 3.3 in Waverly, about 5 in Clarksville, especially north of downtown, 6.2 in Hopkinsville, a good solid half-foot in Murray, Kentucky, about 4.5 inches in Paris. And then the farther south and east you go, we've got about an inch down in Manchester and about an inch in Winchester and Pulaski, too. The main story tonight, once the snow moves away, is the cold. Look at that. Single digits in the morning tomorrow, where we actually see the clouds breaking up by dawn. I do expect temperatures around 0 in some communities. Tomorrow afternoon, lots of sun, high 24. Notice Thursday morning, bitterly cold again, 11. In the afternoon, 36. And then temperatures rebound, upper 40s Friday, upper 50s Saturday, mid 60s on Sunday, feeling like spring. And then rain moves in for Sunday night. Melanie?
All right, thanks, guys. We'll take you forewarned traffic now, give you some visuals here on the roadways. Now that the sun is up, we have a better look at road conditions right now. This is Briley Parkway, just south of Lebanon Pike. You can see the snow coming down there from our camera lens, blowing around there in the wind. Also, traffic moving along, but very slowly this morning. You do want to use extra caution out there. This is a live look here in Bellevue, I-40 at Old Hickory Boulevard. You can see some traffic heading inbound, not too many people heading out in those westbound lanes, but we do have some areas that could cause some icing over here, even on the interstate. So it's very important to take it easy and do go under the speed limit today if you have to be on the roads. Road conditions right now, very snowy everywhere. We are seeing a lot of slow traffic out there, not because we have just a ton of accidents. There are a few on the map, but we do have people just taking it easy and using caution out there, going slower than they normally would. A new accident here just off of I-440. This is at Nolensville Pike at Rosedale Avenue. Police have just arrived at the scene on that one. Harding Place at I-24, a very busy intersection hopping onto the interstate. That's causing us some backup there in both directions. 2 crashes here on Bell Road in Antioch, right next to each other, heading out to I-24. And if you're getting out to Vanderbilt, we have a crash right near the hospital there at 32nd Avenue. Meanwhile, the rest of our secondaries, we are seeing many slow spots. I'll have an update on that and your latest drive times, all coming up in just a little bit, guys.
All right, after the break, we are headed out on the roads in Nashville for a live look at what you'll be dealing with if you're headed out today.
Yeah, talking about problem spots and some major concerns. We have what you need to know. News for today. Back in 2 minutes.
Okay, well, right out to us, and we are in the thick of this thing. It's been moving in over several hours. Nashville getting some pretty good snow right now, and we've got a few more hours to go in Nashville, and some of us just getting started.
That's right. We're talking widespread snow. Some of the bands a little bit more on the moderate side, but we continue to see these warnings and advisories today. Notice those purple colors. That's the winter weather advisory. The warning for the areas under the pink. So Hopkinsville, Clarksville, Waverly, Paris, that includes you. That is going to continue through today. In fact, really within the morning hours, then we get to the afternoon, things start to lighten up. Dan?
Yep, good picture coming in from Scott moments ago. This is in Clay County, and so out towards Salina, the snow beginning to fall there and cover the ground. And here's a look at what's happening in terms of the radar. Forewarned Live Doppler, some of the most significant snow now in Rutherford County. So in Murfreesboro, if you're watching from Murfreesboro, coming down pretty good. Las Casas as well. Christiana and Chapel Hill over toward Rover as well. Now, Daphne's over by the weather wall. Let her step in for a minute and show you what's coming down the pike after this band.
That's right. So as we go forward for the remainder of today, we still have more to go, mainly during the morning hours. Notice all these white colors. That's the snow still yet to come, tracking towards the south and the east. Now, it's been slow moving, but I do expect this to get out of here on a quicker note. So we're talking within the morning hours. After that point, more so just the snow flurries going into the afternoon. Real just gloomy start to our morning. It's cold, it's snowy, not the day to be outside if you can help that. Wind chills in the single digits. Clarksville feeling like 0. You were just feeling like 3 below 0. Nashville 5 degrees. Lewisburg feeling like 12 degrees. Now we do have the latest on our snowfall accumulations, how much we expect when all is said and done. That is coming up in just a bit. Holly and Chris, back to you for now.
All right, thank you, Daphne. Well, snow has been falling across Middle Tennessee and southern Kentucky throughout the morning hours.
Starting to pile up in some places. Stay with News 4 as we track the conditions throughout the area with information you need to know here to get you on your way and keep you safe today. We'll be back in just a moment with extended weather coverage here on News 4 Today.